Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have my coffee in my hand. She's cute, she's a little kitty, and it's a vanilla oat milk coffee. Yummy. How to detach from people. Honestly, I am working on this one. I'm trying to detach from people that I loved that are not in my life anymore. It's so important to know and learn how to detach. It's such a powerful skill that I think everyone needs to have and master and know. When you're attached to something, it can be good and it can be bad. You know, it can be healthy and it can be toxic. The thing is, if you're attached to someone, it also means that you are attached to the outcome. The outcome meaning whatever this person does will affect you, whether it's good or bad. For example, if this person lets you down or doesn't text you, that might affect you in a negative way because you're attached to them. You're attached to the outcome. Learning how to detach basically means separating yourself from that thing, okay? This is you. This is that thing. You are attached, so you literally grab onto this thing. When you detach, you separate, which means you make your own decisions. Your feelings are not attached to the outcome because, you know, you're separated. However, when you are attached, whatever happens to this, you feel everything because you're attached to the outcome. Learning how to separate yourself. So there's two separate people, right? Two different things is really powerful. I think the best example would be that a lot of people are attached to their boyfriends or girlfriends because they have a anxious attachment style. A lot of people are also just attached to outcomes, whether it be work, exams, or school. For example, if you get a bad grade in school, this is you. This is your grade. You are attached to your grades. Like, you are attached to it because of course you want to have the best grades ever. You know, you want to have an A or whatever. You're attached to your grades. When your grades fall, when you have a bad grade, because you're attached to it, you also fall. And you attach your identity to your grades. And then you're like, okay, I'm a bad person. I am shitty because I got bad grades. No, you need to learn to separate yourself and your grades. So when you're separated, if your grades fall, you are still up here. You don't fall with your grade. You tell yourself, I'm better than my grades. Although I didn't do well, that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. That doesn't mean I'm stupid. You have that mindset because you detached yourself. When you are attached to your grades, everything falls. Your grades fall, you also fall. Same example for your work. This is you. This is your work. If you are attached to your work and you do badly in work or someone shouts at you, you go down. Your work goes down and you go down. However, when you detach from your work, let's say your boss shouts at you, your work is going down, you are still up here because you're like, no, I'm better than that. Just because I did something wrong in work doesn't mean I'm a failure. It doesn't mean that I'm a bad person. It doesn't mean I'm stupid. You're still up here. What you can do, even if you're at work or your grades fall down, you can say, I still love myself. I still trying my best. And then you elevate. And you elevate and you elevate and you elevate. I was so attached to my ex-partner. This was him and this is me. I was like this 24/7. Although we did long distance, I was still like this. This was a bad thing for me because when he did something that made me upset, I would just fall. I would fall, and he would stay because it wouldn't affect him. Sorry, I'm a bit sick. Since I was so attached, when he wouldn't text me, I would feel so anxious because I didn't separate myself. If I would have separated myself, I wouldn't feel so much anxiety to his response or to the outcome. And the outcome was him not texting as much as I texted him. You are more than your work. You are more than your career. You're more than your hobbies. Validate yourself. Validate your feelings. Listen to yourself. Try to understand yourself. You know when you're sick and your mom makes you a warm cup of chicken soup? That's what you need to do. And not only when you're sick, you need to do that every day, babes. So you not only know what it feels like to be loved, but also so you have high standards and you won't settle for less. If you don't show yourself love and affection and attention, if you don't show yourself attention, your standards might be really low. And you might be like, they call me beautiful, they call me pretty, that's enough. Someone calling you beautiful, honey, that's the minimum. You shouldn't praise a guy or praise someone for calling you beautiful. You should be with someone who, of course, makes you feel confident, makes you feel beautiful, makes you feel like your best self. But don't be like, oh my God, he called me pretty. I think he's the one. He's so nice to me. No, that's the minimum, honey. That's the minimum. And when I say show yourself love, a lot of people might not understand what that is because maybe they were not given love. Maybe they never experienced love, so they don't know what it is and how it feels like. The first thing you could do is give yourself attention. Your attention, what you focus on, your energy is everything. Right now, I'm giving you energy and intention, right? I'm focusing on you, and that's why you're listening right now, right? It's an energy exchange. I'm giving you my energy, and you're receiving it, fueling it, and putting it in your brain. That's what you need to do with yourself. So just giving yourself attention. You might be like, how am I supposed to give myself attention? There are so many ways. From talking to yourself, looking at yourself, complimenting yourself, brushing your hair, showering, like you're focusing on yourself. This is all giving yourself attention and taking care of yourself. People are not aware of it, right? They're just like showering and they just do it. They do it fast, whatever. But do it with intention and with love and with care. Like do it gently. When you're brushing your hair, brush it nicely and slowly and not just like in a rush, like, oh, I have to get this done. Tick, 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 tick. Do it intentionally, nicely, gently, so you feel cared for. At the end of the day, all of us want to feel loved, seen, and cared for. We all want that as humans. So it's important to make yourself feel seen and loved from yourself. Scrolling on your phone is not giving yourself attention. That's giving other people attention. You see, when you scroll on your phone, you're giving these people online attention, your attention. Your attention and your energy is money. Money is an energy. You know why? When you work, by the end of it, yes, you get your paycheck, you get your money, but what are you actually doing in work? You're giving your time and you're giving your energy in this work, and that's why you're getting paid, because you give your time and your energy. That's what people need. They need time and energy, and that's what they get from you. Everything you see around you was made. That's so crazy to think that everything you see in this world was made by a human. Showing yourself love and attention is really important because it not only sets your standards high, but it shows you what love is. Of course, not everyone, received love. That's okay. That doesn't make you broken. I promise that does not make you broken. You can always decide to show yourself love. Always. Instead of being like, oh, I want someone to love me. I want to be loved. I want to find the one. You can say, you know what? I'm gonna start just loving myself, and I'm just gonna start pouring everything I have into myself. All the love I know and have into myself. And then when you do that, you start attracting people from around because they can feel the energy. A lot of people are like, oh my God, I'm so single. Oh, I wanna find the one. I wanna be loved. I wanna find love. When you keep saying this, you're never going to attract it. I'm just being honest with you, babe. You're not gonna attract it because you're desperate for it. When you're desperate for it, you settle for less because you want it so badly that you're gonna settle for less, which means your standards are gonna go lower. What you should do when you have low standards or when you're very desperate for a partner, change your standards. Set high standards for yourself, and that's when you will start to attract the right people and not toxic people. The reason you, my love, are attracting bad people and having toxic relationships is because you have low standards. And you have low standards because you are desperate. Let's just be honest. You're desperate. So you're settling for less. You're settling for whatever comes into your hands. And that's bad. What will happen again? You'll get hurt again, like last time. Do you remember last time? You remember when he hurt you? Do you remember when she hurt you? Yeah, that did not go well for you, did it? And I know it might still hurt, it might still feel uncomfortable, but this is your sign to have high standards. You cannot settle for anything and everything that comes in your life. I can decide to have thousands of friends. I can decide. But no, I don't want that because I have high standards for my friendships. I would rather have 2 friends than 1,000. People have to reach my standards if they want to be my friend. And that should be your mindset. You shouldn't settle for everyone and everything. No. Have respect for yourself, please. Because I promise, when you have those high standards for your friends, for your relationships, for people, everything you want, you will attract. You will attract everything. And that's what I call manifesting. It will come. It'll attract like a magnet. I pretty much manifested my job. Right now, I'm a social media assistant for a YouTuber. When I finished uni in June, I told myself, I am going to find a full-time job in digital marketing directly after uni. So you know what I did? Every day I applied for 10 jobs every single day. I did this for a month. In total, I had 200 or something jobs that I applied for. I got some interviews for a few ones. They went good, they went bad. I got 100 rejections. But that didn't stop me, did it? No. I knew something better was coming. I didn't know yet. That's the thing with manifestation, with hope, and with the future. You don't know what's gonna happen. So all you can do is really hold on to hope and hold on to the belief that I can do it and I will do it. And that's what I did. Regardless of getting 100 rejections, I was like, you know what? That's okay. I need to get rejected. It'll allow more opportunities and space in my life. Space in my life. That's when the dream job came. Making space is really important. Being rejected is the best thing that can ever happen to you. Regardless of what it is, being rejected is amazing. You know why it's amazing? Because it makes space for something better to come into your life. My ex-partner, he broke up with me. This was amazing. Although I was very sad and grieving in the beginning, of course, totally normal. It makes space for something. You know what happened after he broke up with me? I did my exams, my finals, regardless of being sad. I moved out into an amazing studio apartment for myself. I found a full-time job. I traveled to Munich for work. I traveled to New York and LA for work. Oh, and I cut my hair. I cut all of my hair off. You know, you gotta cut stuff off. Yeah, so I look even better. Amazing things came to me. Amazing things. I started attracting amazing things. It just came to me like a magnet. I wasn't desperate for it. I just attracted it. I attracted it because I had space, because I was so attached to him. Remember before I was talking about attachment? I was so attached to him that I could not make space for anything else because I had no time for anything else in my life. Once he was gone, I had all this space, and that's when I started attracting everything. Rejection is redirection. Rejection is redirection. It'll make space for something better in your life. You always change in your life. When people leave your life, it's meant to be. You're always evolving and you're always changing. And you might change into someone your friends are not. You need to surround yourself with people who are also positively changing, the same speed as you. I like to surround myself with people who inspire me, make me dream big. They make it limitless, and I want that. I want to dream big. I want to hit the stars. If you surround yourself with people who dream very small or who don't dream at all, you're not getting anywhere, babe. You're not getting anywhere. I had to cut off a lot of people in order to dream big because I need people who also dream big, so I know it's possible. I need people to reach their goals and achieve their goals, so I know it is possible, and so I have faith and hope for myself. I'm just so excited for life because I have so much space now. I'm a single, independent, financially independent woman. Very excited to allocate my energy and my time to things I love and not things that drain me. And yeah, I'm just very excited for what the future will hold. And I really also want you to grow with me, guys. We need to grow together. Please. Excuse me. Wait, another one's coming. Excuse me. We need to grow together. I want to be able to do it. And I really want you to be able to do it as well. I want us to be able to do it together. I hope my growth can also inspire you. My Instagram is also in the link in the bio. Started a new account so you can follow my journey. I just came back from LA. I went to America for the first time for a work trip, which is insane. I started this job like a month ago and I've traveled already to the US, which is insane. It was so amazing. I experienced such amazing things just from being me. I have to go now. So yeah, a lot of love. Bye guys, have a beautiful day. See you.